everybody, welcome to the Q&A with me and this stellar human. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 questions that we're going to get to answer today. Some fun and lighthearted and others more serious, and we love them all. And so we're ready to get on into it. Question number 1. Josh and Emma, what is your Enneagram type?
So my Enneagram type is a 3-wing 2. And the 3 are like those go-getters, those achievers. They have to always look good, but they love having a list and a plan to go out and to achieve. And my wing is like a 2, and so I love to make everybody around me like happy and just, I don't know, happy.
Mm-hmm. And so, help people.
Yeah, just love to help people and all that stuff. So
yeah,
that's my Enneagram.
Yes, and I am a 9 wing 1, so I'm a peacemaker and love to empathize with people, and I also love just love to bring justice and love to see the right thing to be done, so I love to follow the rules. And something really cool that God has been teaching me through the Enneagram has been the fact that I do sometimes get afraid of conflict, and so God has been teaching me a lot about like the beauty of healthy conflict, and when it's approached the way that He designed it to be approached, genuine peace is found within yourself and in relationships. So that's been something really cool. We love the Enneagram. Great tool.
Yeah.
Great tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 2. Josh and Emma, what are your favorite parts of each other?
So my favorite part of Emma, and the first thing that really like attracted me to Emma, was her eyes. And not just those big brown eyes, but also just how she views the world and how she truly sees the world like Jesus sees the world, and looks for every area to love and encourage people, but can also just see the beauty in everything, and a glass half full type of attitude, and seeing a flower in the middle of a junkyard, and how it just always brings joy to my day to see the beauty that she sees.
Y'all, I love him. I love him so much. I love, man, my utmost favorite part of Josh and his life and who he is his love for the Lord, and how he loves the Lord with all of his heart and all of his mind and all of his soul and all of his strength, because everything that he does truly overflows from that, including how he loves me. And one of the ways that he loves me is he's so bold in his clarity and bold in his vulnerability. And from the very get-go of our relationship, he's just been so honest with me. And through that, it's allowed our relationship to truly become a safe place where we can be honest with one another, and because of that, we can truly build our relationship off of trust and off of honesty, because he was such a great leader from the get-go to be honest with me. And that doesn't happen in love unless the Lord is being loved first. And so his love for the Lord is truly my favorite part of him, because everything that he does flows from it. He's just really cool, guys. So, question number 3. This one's really, really fun.
What is it?
What's your favorite color?
Okay, well, yours is obviously yellow.
Yes.
Everybody on the earth knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So mine is like, I don't know, it's like a navier blue, like a blue, but not like, I don't know, navy blue. Yes, that's what it is. I guess it's the navy blue.
Yes.
Yeah. Question number 3.
Solid color. Solid color. Question number 4. Okay. What is your favorite thing about Liberty University? And what is your least favorite thing about Liberty University?
Favorite thing, least favorite. Do you have yours?
I think so. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So my favorite thing about Liberty is how the Lord is sought first here. Just in our dorms, we have community group leaders where we every Wednesday night we have the opportunity to go and meet with a group of girls on our hall and open up God's word together and pour into each other and just be real with each other. So community is huge in the sense of we seek God first together. We have a campus pastor who just is intentional to pray over our campus and to pour into our campus, and just decisions that are made are done with a heartbeat of how can we seek the Lord. And I'm just really thankful to be on a campus that has that priority.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I think continue a community that stirs one another on, and how you literally can't go anywhere in this campus without getting hey or a hello or how's your day going, and a true, genuine how's your day going. And it's absolutely beautiful because you know you can always go to your friends around you, and there's so many people that actually do become your friends and who are genuinely here. And it's a beautiful place just to make friends and godly Christian friends, to push one another on and to grow closer to God through that.
I forgot.
Least favorite thing. Least favorite thing about Liberty. I do not like, so at like, I guess we're here mainly in the winter, like, cause the school year goes from like September to May, or August to May, and I do not like, cause we have to wear pants to class. And so it's like whenever it's like 80 degrees outside and pants, like you want to wear shorts to class, I hate that. Yeah.
So guys, I truly for like the last hour have been trying to think of my least favorite thing here, and that's like just something really hard for me to think of. We thought of parking.
Parking's
because
terrible here.
I park really far, but I am having a hard time saying that's my least favorite. You're
like
really seeing my 9
walk.
come out because, but because I love a good walk. You get your steps in. So I'm just taking this opportunity to say my least favorite thing is an opportunity to see the wonderful things within the hard stuff. Okay, question number 5. How does Emma's traveling affect y'all's relationship? This is a very good question.
How does it? She's not here. I don't know. It definitely it makes us really fight for one another in the sense of like having to be super intentional. And if Emma's gone, because there's been times that we haven't had a date in a month, and you just have to make the sweet small times together of walking to class or sitting in the library, and you have to make those times so special. Just because we won't have that time together just of writing or traveling or whatever, but those times become so much more sweeter because whenever you say goodbye a lot, the hellos are so
Look
sweet.
forward to them.
Yeah, and so just being gone, it definitely makes you more intentional with each other.
Yeah, so true. And I think something that's been really encouraging to me is to see Josh being so supportive, realizing that the reason that I'm traveling is because I'm being obedient to what the Lord has called me to do. And so this is something that's bigger than us. We're being obedient to let God use us to bring heaven to earth, to lead people to have a genuine relationship with Him, to be a vessel of God's word to people.
Yeah.
So being with someone who has a vision that aligns with mine of realizing, okay, she's traveling because she's being obedient to God. And so I know a way that I can be obedient to God is to encourage her in this season, to support her in this season, to build her up in this season. And so just getting to honor the Lord in that way with each other, of realizing that we're here for something bigger than us, and God has put us together for such a time as this to glorify Him. And that may look like traveling a lot, and may look like having a lot of weekends where we don't get to see each other. Therefore, we do get to be more intentional, but we realize that it's because God is doing something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're a team, and she's my teammate, and anything that she can do to encourage me or I can do to encourage her is definitely done. But just because if it's in the middle of the day and she's in St. Louis doing a speaking event or whatever, and I'm just heading to class, I can send her a text just saying, I'm thinking about you, and those light up her day.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so.
They do. Man, it, like Josh said this earlier today, but it's very powerful whenever you're thinking about someone, but you act on that thought. Like, I'm thinking about Josh, and so I'm gonna text him, or I'm thinking about Josh, and so I'm gonna pray for him, or I'm thinking about Josh, and so I'm gonna call him, or like acting on that thought, because people can't read your minds. I could be thinking about Josh all day, but he doesn't know that. And so a great way to like let him know that he's thought of, that he's important to me, that he matters to me, that I choose him, and that I'm so thankful that that he is the person that I'm getting to praise Jesus with in this way. Like, getting to let him know that is so encouraging.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, here we go. Question number 6. What is something God has taught y'all so far in this relationship?
I think, so it's funny that we've actually talked about the Enneagrams, because as a 2, a lot of times the 2 will do anything to make the people around them happy, even if that makes them not happy, because truly making the people around them happy makes them happy. And so with that, it's like if Emma was having a bad day or got in an argument with somebody or whatever it may be, even if it had nothing to do with me, I would take her issue and her problem and put it on myself. I would start to have a bad day. I would do whatever it takes so she would feel okay, but at the same time, that's not how I can help her.
Yeah.
How I can help her is just being strong in who I am and who I am in the Lord, and come alongside her and encourage her and not take her problems or her issues and try to fix them, but just be there to listen, to pray, and encourage.
Yeah, that's so good, because woe to the man who falls and has no one to pick him up. During the day, if I have fallen or I'm like in a low place, well, if Josh puts my stuff on him, then like my daily load on him, then he's now fallen with me. He's not able to be solid in who he is in the Lord and actually pick me up. And so that's like so powerful. Man, so God has taught me so much in this relationship and is continuing to, but I think something that he has been teaching me in a major way that I honestly didn't even realize I needed to be taught was vulnerability. Because at the very start of our relationship and leading in towards the middle thus far, was I would be worried about something or something would be bothering me, and Josh would notice that I would be acting quieter, or I would be acting a little weird, and he'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" And I would say, "Nothing, I'm good, don't worry about it." When in actuality, I needed to talk about it and I was not okay, but I responded the way that I did because I was embarrassed that I was worrying about what I was worrying about, or I was afraid that I was going to be rejected if I shared what was bothering me. Just a lot of fear and pride led me to not be vulnerable with Josh. And something that I've realized is that the Lord, he is the perfect picture of vulnerability, because at the very beginning, whenever God made mankind, he made us with free will. He made us knowing that we would reject him, knowing that we would not love him in return, and yet he still made us, and he still chose to love us fully. That's the most beautiful picture of vulnerability that you could ever have. And so God has really been showing me how to be transparent and how to be vulnerable with where I'm at, and not be afraid of being rejected for it, not being embarrassed because that's where I'm at, but realizing that whenever I'm in a relationship that is of him, and whenever I'm in community that's of him, that actually deepens a relationship and that builds trust. Because whenever I refuse to be vulnerable with Josh, it actually it stunts our growth together as a couple. It stunts our ability to develop trust. Yeah. It prevents Josh from being able to deepen trust with me because I'm not being honest with him and where I'm at. And I truly have, and like I'm continuing to experience so much freedom as I'm learning to be vulnerable with myself, vulnerable with the Lord, and vulnerable with Josh, even if it's a feeling that's not happy, or if it's a feeling that doesn't look good, but I'm in the midst of being real about it, I'm actually experiencing real peace and real joy because it's real stuff, which is cool.
No, that's very true.
So, final question. Question number 7. Favorite quirk.
Favorite quirk.
I love that word.
There's so many. there's just so many. Like, so many. It's really funny. You'll be walking through like a grocery store or something, and if a song's playing on, you'll just look back and Emma's just like dancing to it in the middle of the grocery aisle and singing to it. She'll just be sitting there if it's in class or if we're doing homework, and she'll just go, Yeah. And then just go on with the day. And she'll just go on for another little Amazon. It's so freaking cute. But, yep.
Oh, okay, man, there are a lot of sweet, quirky things about this human. One of them that I love is that whenever he yawns, he gets tears in his eyes every time. You will never see him yawn and then not look like he's crying.
I look like I'm bawling after I.
But don't worry, he's okay.
I'm alright.
He's
But
okay.
I'm just sad for just a couple seconds.
It's happy tears from enjoying the
yawn.
relief of the yawn.
Honestly,
That's what it
talking
is.
about yawns right now makes me laugh.
Oh, something else that I love is how whenever me and Josh will go get cereal in the dining hall, Josh loves Cocoa Puffs, and he will like fill up his bowl like really, really high, but
Too
then
high.
he doesn't really like to eat it until like the cereal is like really soggy. He likes his cereal soggy, which I just think is really quirky.
Yeah, I don't know. I like. I don't know. I don't want to break a tooth whenever I eat my cereal.
Gotta get it soft for
Soggy.
those teeth.
It's like an old person. It's like dentures.
So fun. Life is so fun, and I love questions. Thank y'all for asking them, and I pray that they made you laugh. I pray that they made you think on the word and on God's love for you, and I pray that they just encouraged you wherever you are on your journey.
Well, thank you for listening, and tune in next week.
We love you.
Hopefully next week, so we can have a new video for you. And go get Emma's new book.
Woo!
Comes out November 11th
Oh yeah.
of 2019, and Be Loved. Pre-order Amazon. Buy now, maybe. Yep. All right. Check it
It'll
out.
bless ya.
It'll bless you.
Bye
now.
guys.